What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Moviegoers Live Show. This is episode 23. And 23 episodes in, we are still going strong. I am happy that you guys are enjoying the show as much as you have been because I love doing this for you guys. It's been a blast. So tonight's guest, very, very special guest. One of my best buddies, not just on the platform, but in general, to be honest. Collabed with him before. It's been like almost a year since I've had him on the channel, but you know what? It's finally time to bring him back. So welcome back to the channel, AJ. What's going on, AJ?
What is going on? Thank you for having me. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm sorry. Bear with me with that, but I'm doing great, man. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, I left a link in the description below that goes to AJ's channel, so please go subscribe to him and go give him some love because he deserves it. And hey, why not subscribe to my channel as well because we are on the road to 500. If you guys can get me there by the end of the year, it'd be much appreciated. Tap on that thumbs up as well because it helps the algorithm. So, but yeah. So how was your day today, AJ?
My day was pretty good. I worked, but not a whole lot happened. Chill, watch a movie with my wife. We watched Punch Drunk Love. It was the second time I'd seen it, and the first time she's seen it. But
nice.
Yeah,
good movie.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's
a great movie. Yeah, I had to go. I was out a lot today. I mean, I had to go out for consultation, like for my wisdom teeth. So I didn't get them removed. So I'm getting them removed next month. Okay. So
yeah, so the consultation and stuff.
Yeah, like that, yeah. I had to get that stuff scheduled up. So
right.
But thankfully, I didn't have to get them removed because I mean I was planning to go to the theaters this weekend.
Yeah, like, were you having like pain?
Not really pain. It was just the last time I went to the dentist, they kind of noticed that like my wisdom teeth were crooked, so they had to have me go to a doctor's office in out of town, like about an hour away from where I live, for the consultation, so that way we could set up an appointment to get them removed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get mine taken out pretty soon here too. Not excited for that, but you know, be happy to get it done.
Yeah, it's a part of life. I mean, my brother had to get his wisdom teeth removed, so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the comments, View with Drew is in the building, a MVP right here. This man is an MVP. So, thank you so much, Drew, for your continuous and awesome support, man. So, thank you. Jared Runner, another one of my big homies and my big MVPs.
Jared, what's up, man?
Jared, what's up, man? Thank you so much. And Lance Jackson's in here. What's going on? Lance says he's just watching Spider-Man 2. Rock on, man.
Yeah, I can see you like Spider-Man 2 from your profile picture.
There you go.
I love the Raimi trilogy, so I can relate.
I would just say I love the first two. I love the first two. 3. Nope. Not on me.
Yeah, I get it.
So, but yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get started with my first question. So AJ, like we like both of us know that you are a big physical media collector like myself.
I am.
Well, so if you can, so what is like your favorite item that you own in your collection? Like your favorite like steelbook, box set, anything like that?
That's kind of tough. I really love my Game of Thrones box set, my 4K box set for that. I love how that's set up. I really like my Monsterverse steelbook.
That steelbook that looks dope.
Yeah, from Zavi. I love it. I have my Friday the 13th box set. It's up there. I don't know if you can really see it.
I can kind of see it. It's just like right there in the corner.
Yep. So those are probably my 3 favorites.
Yeah, like I really really want that Friday the 13th set, but I'm waiting for the next Shocktober sale for Scream Factory, so that way I can actually see how much that goes down in price so I can get it.
Yeah, I think right now it's about like 80. So
Which isn't bad, but it's like I'm just waiting for the price to go down a little bit
I
more.
get it. I completely understand that. I get
Because
it.
I'm not paying over $100 for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I paid like around 90. I think it was like 85 plus tax. So
That's not too bad.
not terrible, but I'm glad I got it for under 100.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think I would pay like $75 for that set, to be honest with you. Like,
I get it.
I mean, I really like the Friday the 13th franchise, but it's not like hundreds of dollars worth, like for just that one set.
Yeah. I don't know if you talked to your audience about the 31 on 31, but with that
Yeah, we were
list,
gonna. Yeah, I did announce that about 2 weeks, about a week ago.
okay.
So
Yeah.
I did announce that. I haven't announced the films we're doing yet because that's gonna kind of give it away.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, yeah, that's what I would say. Just like, so yeah, if you guys did not see the short, in October we're gonna be doing a 31 on 31 with Movies and Train Studios and Zack Attacks Reviews.
Also, Jared is involved.
Yep, Jared's in the group chat as well. So yeah, I almost forgot about that. With basically 31 movies in the slasher genre, we're going to be tackling.
Yep,
and it is going to be nuts.
Yes, it is.
Especially with some of the films that we have on our list. Again, not going to give it away. Like, I think when we were doing the private call last week, Zach even told us that he might not even be able to get through one of those movies.
I mean, yeah, like, number one, it's a lot of movies. If you don't have a lot of time to watch them, it might be tough, but
I was meaning out of the list, though. I mean, one of those movies.
Yeah,
you and I know which one it is.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it was a rough one, but it was kind of fun too. So,
yeah, like I'm
excited for the viewers to see what the movies are and our ranking for them.
Yeah, and definitely will involve some. Jared, dude, I forget things sometimes, man. Calm down.
You definitely
You're
are
included,
Jared.
man. Yeah, but again, I'm looking at my list. Like, I'm looking at the list of movies, and I'm like, this might definitely involve some hot takes. Like,
yeah, for sure.
It definitely will. Some people are just gonna be like, oh wait, why is it not higher on your list?
Yeah,
because it's my list, not yours.
That's true.
Some people just forget to understand that, where it's like when you give your opinion and then people just comment and just be complete assholes about it, and I'm just like, dude, it's my list.
Yeah.
Like, I remember on TikTok the first time I ranked the movies I saw in theaters this year with ratings. I mean, even though I lowered my score by like a half a star for Fast X, I originally had it at a 4. But thinking about it, the cliffhanger just rubs me the wrong way. Like, if I'm being honest.
Oh.
I mean, and then I get comments and being like my rating for that is criminal, or it's like what's the one I'm looking for? Valid, something like that. And I'm just like, I enjoyed it. I don't know what else you want me to say.
People were saying it should be higher or lower than you had it.
More than likely lower if you think about that. Like,
well, I have it at a 4, so I mean, like it's whatever, man. Like, your list is your list. If people are, don't agree with you, that's fine. Like,
but they don't need. But here's the thing, you guys. You don't need to be assholes about it. I agree with that. Just say I respectfully disagree.
Yeah, or I can't relate. Like,
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Like what's a good example? Um one of my favorite film of the year is Oppenheimer. Not everybody's going to agree with that.
Right.
There are some people that do.
Mhm.
So good job, guys. But there's other people that don't, and I understand that. Because it may not be for them, or maybe it's a bit too long. I get it.
Exactly.
But yeah, Oppenheimer, phenomenal.
Did you see that once in the theater, or you saw it multiple times?
I saw it once.
Okay.
And when I think it was when Meg 2 came out, it was done at my theater.
Okay.
When that came out, and they removed Oppenheimer, I was actually pretty sad.
Yeah, I saw Oppenheimer once, and then I went to go see it again in 70 millimeter, and they played the movie for like 5 minutes, maybe not even that long, and then the screen shut off and went black, and we sat there for like maybe 10 minutes, and then somebody came to the auditorium and was like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get this fixed by the time you guys are can see this. Like we're gonna try to fix it, but it's not gonna be until later when it's fixed. So um all y'all are gonna get a refund, but you know that's it sucks, but we can't get this fixed. And
That's
I was pretty upset about that, but I'm glad that I already had seen it.
Yeah, but if it was like for a first viewing though, that'd be even more upsetting because it's like
Definitely.
you paid your money to see a Christopher Nolan epic.
That's true. In 70 millimeter IMAX. And I was
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
I was excited for that, but I guess the projectors couldn't handle the projection reel or whatever. Like it wasn't built for that 70 millimeter. It's used to digital. They're used to digital films, so
or
I
maybe
guess
they
it just
couldn't
didn't.
handle like how real the movie was.
Yeah, yeah, that either.
Because when you really look at it, it's like it's not even like you're watching a movie. You're actually watching the actual story.
Yeah, maybe that was why too. Who knows?
It was too.
It's too real.
This is their complaint. It was too real for us.
Yes, it was too real, and that reel was too real too. That movie reel was too real.
I love that. Let's see the comments. His days have been slow.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes you have days like that, but sometimes I appreciate days that are like that. Like sometimes it's just so much going on, and you're in the hustle and bustle of life, and sometimes having a slow day, a chill day, is what you need.
for sure. Let's see, Spicy 4K Action is in the building. What's going
Spicy
on, man?
4K action. What's up?
Let's
What's up?
see. The Jay Shrayway, my boy Justin. What's going on? Justin says, "How would you guys rank Christopher Nolan's films?"
I have a
Um,
ranking on Letterbox. I could.
I already know. Like my last place pick gets me so much heat from everybody. My in last place for me is Interstellar.
Yeah, that's a hot take.
Look, I really like Interstellar, but that's not like
I
based on
mean,
the film's subject matter, like what it decides to go through, and it's a little bit more of a slow burn. I don't see myself rewatching it again.
as you said that you liked the movie, so like I get it.
But people can't get mad over that.
Yeah, you said you liked it. It's in the last place, but I'm guessing you like all of Nolan's films. So
I mean, I either really like or love all of Nolan's films. Like, Nolan is one of my favorite filmmakers.
yeah,
And
mine.
then,
Okay,
go ahead.
you go ahead with your list. You go ahead
Yeah,
with your list, and then I'll go.
I'll have to look at my letterbox list because I can't really remember them. Like,
Okay, well, you go. Well, we'll take turns. You go. You said You said Interstellar for yours, and I'll go, and then we'll go back and forth.
Yeah. So
Uh,
yeah, that's my last place.
my last place is Dunkirk. And I'm kind of the same way as you, Luke. I don't dislike any of the films. It's just like that's one that I really don't see myself returning to. If I do, it's gonna be a while from now. I just don't find it as compelling as his other films.
Yeah, for sure. My number 11 would be following his first film.
Uh huh.
It's a
I got the same one.
nice.
Yep.
Um, my number 10 would actually be Dunkirk.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I actually find the story a bit more investing than Interstellar. Like,
Uh
if
huh.
I'm being honest, I'm kind of a sucker for war films, so that's why I find that story more investing than what we got in Interstellar.
I get that. And I have not always been a war film guy, but like the more war movies that I watch, the more I find myself enjoying them. And I never thought I would say that, but that's just how it's been over time. I did want to talk about Following a little bit. Um, when I watched Following, I didn't know what to expect. I did know that it was Nolan's first film, but I didn't know like the plot or how it was filmed or anything like that. The technical aspects of the film are great, and I can appreciate those a lot.
Like immaculate, like they're
They're
fantastic.
they're great, especially for someone's first film. But the subject matter, the story, the runtime kind of hurt it too. I think they could have dove more into the story. Um, it was okay. Not not the best, but not the worst. So, um, I definitely and I think when I watched that movie, I'd seen a lot of other Nolan movies, so I
Then you
knew
maybe
what
expected
he
a little
could.
bit longer out of
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah, that, and I just knew. Well, I knew that it was shorter, but I just kind of like had an expectation for the film while like before watching it. I know how Nolan's movies are so epic and thought provoking, and like I think I was just kind of comparing that film to his more recent films, and it just kind of it let me down in that way. I think it was partially my fault. I do plan on going back to watch it again. Also, when I watched it, it was I was doing my 24-hour movie marathon, and that was the last movie on the list. So I had been watching movies for 24 hours, and then watched that one, and I was kind of at the end of my rope with that. But it was good. It was just not as impressive as his later films. Um,
Yeah.
so
So
moving on real quick to my number 10. It is The Dark Knight Rises. I know I'll probably get some heat on that one. Oh, Dark Knight Rises is amazing. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like all these movies. I like all of Nolan's films. I just don't connect with Dark Knight Rises like a lot of people do. I think it's
that's
grown.
fine.
People have grown to love that movie over time, and I just kind of like have had the same feeling about it ever since I first watched it in the theater. So, Dark Knight Rises, my number 10.
And again, man, that's totally fair.
Yeah,
My number 9. Ooh, you okay? I'll just say this: 9 to 1. These are the Nolan films I absolutely love.
yeah,
Like, I'll just say that.
yeah.
My number 9 is Tenet.
Okay, okay.
I love Tenet, but again, um, but it's one of those films where it's like you really have to watch it twice, like
I think
because it
so.
is very very confusing.
I've seen it 5 times, and I still don't completely understand it. so,
Yeah, that's kind of
so
the
I
magic
think
of
that's
that
kind of
movie. It's like
yeah.
even if
You kind
it's
of
like such a great movie, you're not always gonna understand it like beat for beat.
yeah. I felt like when I every time I watch that movie, I learned something new about it, and I that's one reason why I enjoy it so much.
Really good, man.
Yeah.
So you're number 9.
My number 9 is gonna get me some heat as well. It is The Prestige. People love The Prestige. I know you love The Prestige as well. I enjoy it.
I
I liked it. I do have my issues with it. I do plan on rewatching it because I have only seen it twice, but I do plan on rewatching it to kind of analyze it a little bit more, a little further. But yeah, my number
I
9
have that
is The
one
Prestige.
way higher on my list.
I know you do. I know you do.
He just knows it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, my number 8, you were just talking about this for a little bit. The Dark Knight Rises.
Uh huh.
Love it. I mean, yeah, the plot holes may be a bit distracting, but I honestly don't have a problem with them. Like they're, because I mean, it's like I get their plot holes, but it's like, okay, people just complain about this like nonstop.
Yeah, I don't think for me, I don't think it's the plot holes that bother me. It's just my connection to the film, my connection to the villain, my connection to the overall arc story with Talia al Ghul and all that. I just I saw things going differently, um, and I just that connection to the film is not as strong as I wanted it to be. That's my thing for it.
That's a better way. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, yeah. Not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not saying that, and I'm not knocking anybody who loves this film, who's probably number one on their Nolan list. I'm not knocking anybody like that. I'm just saying that connection didn't. It's not as strong with me.
Yep, there you go. So, what's yours?
My number 8 is Tenet. You spoke on it, and I I think this is the most confused Nolan film that I've seen. I'm the most confused watching this movie than any of his other films, but it's so good. I
So
love that
good.
movie. I love the movie. I love the technical aspects. The acting is really good.
And also, like the
The
backward
filmmaking,
shots, dude.
yeah, like technically, it's uh, technically it's a perfect movie. I think it's just me understanding everything is just it's kind of
it's
holding it back. It's holding it
that's
back a
fair.
little bit for me.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Oh God, my number 7.
7.
People are gonna shoot me for this. Now, hold up. I really love this movie, but
Okay.
again, there are 6 other Nolan films that I would prefer to watch more and more over this film. That's not gonna say I would not watch this movie again, despite how much I love it.
Uh-huh.
Inception.
Okay. Okay.
Look, I that opinion's really gonna get me some heat, but I'm just like I said. There's 6 other Nolan films that I would prefer to rewatch. Like,
All right. All right, Luke. All right.
I see it in you.
I respect it. I respect it. My number 7 is Memento. Um, another fantastic film. Very I love the directing and the direction it goes.
Pulled
The reverse
entirely
time,
backwards.
the reverse time, and then meeting up by the end of the movie is phenomenal. I love that aspect of the film. I think by the end of the movie, I didn't quite understand it completely, so I had to watch some videos after it to like just break it down for me, and then I completely understood everything. But yeah, it's a great movie. I really don't have a whole lot of issues with it. Like it's good. Like for the rest of these movies, I don't have very many issues with them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Speaking,
Memento number 7.
yep. Number 6 for me is Batman Begins.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Batman Begins. I mean, like I said, 9 through 1 for me are the Nolan films that I absolutely like adore. Like, I don't really feel like I have any. I mean, critically speaking, yeah, there's definitely problems, but it's not like I don't feel like, again, enjoyment speaking, I don't really have any issues.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, with Batman Begins, I am so glad that they told this franchise away from Joel Schumacher and they gave it to Christopher Nolan to actually make this trilogy.
Yeah.
Because if they just say what like if Batman and Robin and Batman Forever were actually good, we would have gotten more of those and nothing like this.
Right.
So it's great to see that.
My number 6 is also Batman Begins, and pretty much for the reasons that you said. I love this movie as well. And they're actually putting the Nolan Batman films in the theater, re-releasing them in the theater for Batman Day.
If my theater plays them, I will definitely go see them again.
I think they're doing all 3, so
yeah, that's something.
Definitely, I remember seeing it for the first time in the theater. I saw Batman Begins in the theater, the very first Batman movie I've ever watched, and I wasn't disappointed. It freaked me out a little bit when I was a kid. With
Definitely
Scarecrow,
freaked me out too.
Scarecrow, I was dreaming about Scarecrow that night, but
Cillian Murphy, dude.
Cillian Murphy, yeah, but great movie. I've revisited it several times since then, so that's one of my it's one of my films. I love it.
Number 5 for me, probably. I think this is probably Nolan's most underrated film, in my opinion. That would be Insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love Insomnia.
I agree.
Robin Williams and Al Pacino facing off against each other, and one of Robin Williams' darkest performances besides 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah.
Fan-freaking-tastic. I love Insomnia.
Sorry, here.
And, oh yeah, really quick. Where's my 4K for Insomnia?
You right?
Where's my 4K for that? Come on, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Come on, Nolan. I'm calling you out, man. So my number 5, we're number 5, right? Yep, number 5 is going to be Interstellar. I totally understand your take on the film and like your experience with the film. I think I experienced that the first time I watched it. Then the second time I watched it, I felt like I connected with it a lot more, and like I just could appreciate it so much more. So yeah, that's gonna be my number 5.
And again, man, I totally get it. I totally get it. Number 4, you were talking about this one a little bit earlier, Memento. Again, I love, like, this is one of those films that's definitely going to be really difficult to analyze because you have to analyze it basically backwards. Because like I said, the entire film is told backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, we've definitely seen that before, right? I mean, we had Pulp Fiction. Like, that movie was told entirely backwards.
Yep.
So, but I honestly think that Christopher Nolan, like, I think this was the film that showed us he was here to stay. Like, it definitely showed us that.
For sure. My number 4 is going to be Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. You want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone? That's my number 3.
That's your number 3? Okay. Oppenheimer, fantastic movie. Fantastic. And performances, technically stunning, visually stunning.
And the thing I love about it so much, 0 CGI shots.
0 CGI is highly impressive. He continues to impress us with his filmmaking and his writing, and just his direction. Period is just off the charts. I don't know. I can sit here and praise this guy as a director all day.
I could even sit here and praise this movie for as long as I live. Like,
yeah, it's a really good movie.
So yeah,
I did have a few, maybe not issues, but things that just didn't connect. Yeah, nitpicks, things that didn't necessarily connect with me personally. I think the movie could have been a little bit longer or shorter, not longer, a little bit shorter than it was. I think there are some pacing. The pacing is a little interesting towards the beginning of the movie. I think the beginning is a little bit fast paced, and then we kind of slow down, and then by the third act we like have like more of a steady pace. But I don't know. There was just a few things, few nitpicks that made it go down in ranking a little bit, but not by much. It's my number 4.
Yeah. So yeah, Oppenheimer's my number 3, and like it is honestly my favorite film of the year so far. Like I appreciate dude, I walked out of that theater and I was just like I was blown away, like with what Christopher Nolan did. I was just like, dude, I I'm speechless.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
this was amazing.
For sure. Do you feel like do you think it's a perfect film?
To be honest, I think it is. Like,
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
I think it's a perfect film. Like there was nothing I honestly could even complain about. Like
Got you.
I was just sucked into the experience. I mean, even if I watched it at home, I might feel a little differently. But
Uh-huh.
watching it in the theater, I was just so transported into this. And again, it didn't feel like I was watching a movie. I actually felt like I was watching a documentary about the actual story.
Right. Right. Nice.
Yeah.
My number 3 is going to be Insomnia.
There you
I
go.
actually really love this movie. It's not talked about enough. It's underappreciated. Um, Robin Williams, Al Pacino kill it. So I love that movie. I'm ready to watch it again. I want to watch it again.
Yeah, my number 2 is The Dark Knight. Like
Okay.
fan freaking I mean, it's a phenomenal film. Like
Yeah,
one
it is.
honestly, I mean, I know a lot of people will say that they will tell you that it is the greatest superhero movie ever made. I would say top 5. I don't think it's the best, but I mean, I would definitely say it's top 5 best superhero movies ever made.
It is one of
I
the
mean, but
best.
if we're speaking on technicals, yes, it's the best.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about films I would rather watch over and over again or enjoyment wise, top 5.
Got you. Got you. My number 2 is also going to be The Dark Knight. Um, I find this movie to be a perfect film. I don't have any issues with it. I don't have any issues with
Yeah,
The Dark Knight. So 5 out of 5.
definite 5 out of 5.
No,
Like,
no notes.
yeah, and when I need to get that on 4K soon because I'm sure it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like I need that. I got to get that set sometime soon. The Dark Knight trilogy. I need that set.
Yeah, I just got that set for my anniversary. My wife gifted it to me for our anniversary.
I
So
think it's still at a decent enough price on Groove.com. I still have that code I can use.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Go ahead and get that trilogy, man.
but I'm waiting on my Blu-ray for After Sun to come in from the A24 shop.
Oh, got you.
So yeah, because I actually just ordered that recently, and I'm really excited to own that. Uh oh.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Yep, I'm here. I'm here.
But I think we've already figured out our number ones because my
Yeah,
number one
we
is The Prestige.
process of elimination.
Yep,
Yeah,
process of elimination. My number one's The Prestige.
Prestige.
That
Yes.
movie, that's one of those films that where it's like the more that's one of those films where the more I think about it and everything like that, it's one of those films that really makes you think. Like it doesn't try to just be like, oh, here's everything that's coming up right under your nose. Like here it is. Like
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan places trust in you, and he wants to make you think about it. He doesn't want you to just know everything right on the surface level. Like even the twist, even the twist in the film. So he makes you think about the twist, especially before it's revealed.
Uh-huh.
And I love
Yeah,
that twist.
I respect it.
So yeah,
Uh,
I love the Prestige.
my number 1 is going to be Inception. This is one of the movies that um I saw in the theater, and I was like, movies can be like this? Like, this is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like stunned, and like I thought it was like the best movie of all time. And I still think that it's very good. I love the movie. It's my number one Nolan film. But um it's what got me into cinema. So I owe it a lot. It's what really got me into paying attention to technical aspects and things like that. So I think that I might be a little biased with that choice, but
I wouldn't say
it's
biased, but
I
I
mean,
respect it.
I think it's something. It's part of me. The movie's part of me. So I think that's why I say that. But yeah, Inception's my number one.
That's awesome, man. I love Inception for sure, man. I mean, The Dark Knight and The Incredibles were the two films that got me into cinema. Like,
Uh-huh.
and frankly enough, they're both number twos on both my rankings. Like my Christopher Nolan ranking for Dark Knight and my Pixar ranking for The Incredibles.
Nice.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Jason Entertainment's in the house. What's going on? Just collabed with him yesterday. So what's up, Jason?
Nice. What'd you guys do?
Again, we basically kind of did the same thing and talked about and also kind of talked about some interesting topics. Like he told me about this yesterday. We had something similar to when the screen shut off for his experience with Dungeons and Dragons, but but this one they actually got it fixed.
Okay, well that's good. But he got to watch D&D.
Yes, and
which
that
is
is
a pretty good film.
Really good actually. Like that is actually one of my faves of the year, and one of the more rewatchable ones for me. Like, so good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was a little surprised too because I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, because whenever I saw the trailer, which I saw the trailer a lot, I was just like, the humor is like a little. I I'm not gonna say like beneath me, but I just want to say like it was not my type of humor. Like it didn't, like I didn't really laugh or anything at the trailer, so I was like, I wonder if I'm even gonna really like this movie at all. Got
But
to the
then you
film,
go into it, and
go into it, and
it's
I
really
enjoyed it.
funny,
Yeah,
and
I thought so.
also a lot of practical effects used in that movie. There
It's
was
true.
actually a lot of care put into it.
Yeah, and I really like how the characters were written as well. I connected to the characters. Michelle Rodriguez, I was shocked that I actually liked a character that she played. So
Yeah,
I was like,
I loved
okay, props for that.
I loved Sophia Lillis in the film as Doric. Like,
Yeah, Sophia Lillis was good.
she was fantastic, especially like with how she can transform into different animals. Like,
Yeah,
crazy.
and I even
Also,
like
I
Justice
don't
Smith.
care. Yeah, Justice Smith was hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
I even like Justice Smith, which I'm not a huge Justice Smith fan. So when I watched the movie, I was like taken aback. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I like him.
but I mean, Chris Pine though, he's like, we all know him. He's too likable.
He's a likable character. He's a likable actor. He is.
And
I
also, I love Hugh Grant in the movie. I thought he was pretty freaking funny.
I wasn't expecting Hugh Grant's character to be who he was. And when we got that reveal of what type of character he was, I thought it was really funny. It worked.
And he's gonna be the Oompa Loompa in Wonka later this year. And I'm like,
yes,
dude,
he is.
Perfect.
Yes, he is.
And when I saw the trailer, I was like, dude, he fits the part. Like,
yeah,
he really does. And I don't know what I think they're using body doubles to make him look like a Oompa Loompa. Like, or something. I don't know exactly. Like, I need to.
I know it's CGI, but I don't know exactly how it's used.
Because I know, for example, like with Orphan First Kill, like what they did to make Isabel Furman look like a little girl, they actually used body doubles.
They did?
Yes, it was actually body doubles.
I did not realize that. I thought that was her actual body.
That was not her actual body because she's a full-grown woman now.
Yeah, I thought she was kind of just short.
But no, those were actually body doubles.
Okay. Okay.
Again, practicality makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Question for AJ. Which Goblin character from the Spider-Man movies do you think is worse? Amazing Spider-Man 2 Green Goblin or New Goblin from Spider-Man 3?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with Amazing Spider-Man 2 Green Goblin is worse. Um
Why? Because he talks like this the
no,
whole
because he
time.
actually turns into a goblin, and I don't care for Dane DeHaan's I don't really care for Dane DeHaan. He was good in Oppenheimer, but I don't really care for that actor very much. Um,
Not even
if
in Chronicle? Like,
no, I don't care for him in Chronicle. I
dang,
did watch
okay.
a no, I did watch a movie where I was okay with him though. I was okay with him in The Place Behind the Pines. I
Place
thought
Beyond
he
the
was
Pines?
yeah, I thought he was fine in that movie. And then in Oppenheimer, he brought forth a really good performance. So I before I watched Oppenheimer, I was like kind of a Dane DeHaan hater. I was like anything with Dane DeHaan in it, I'm just like no, just no. So after Oppenheimer, I've grown on him a little bit more. I was like let's see what he can do. Um, New Goblin, I think New Goblin gets a little bit too much hate. Honestly, the only reason I say that is because the way that New Goblin is written in Spider-Man 3 it's his downfall. If he was written in a way that was more prominent to the story, I think it would have worked a lot better. Take out Venom in that movie. I think you can keep Sandman, but I think
But that was
making
honestly one of my biggest problems was that they added too much.
yes, they did. I agree with that. I'm a Spider-Man 3. I like Spider-Man 3, but I can admit that it has a laundry list of flaws. But I think if Raimi had written uh uh Harry in a way where he was more towards the forefront of the story as New Goblin, it would have worked a lot better. So I'm gonna have to go with Amazing Spider-Man 2, Green Goblin. It's just not a good character.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3's Green Goblin or New Goblin had potential.
Yeah, but what honestly would have made that character better is if they actually really focused on like the conflict between Harry and Peter. Like,
I agree.
instead of just throwing in two other villains just because like, oh, hey, here's Sandman, here's Venom, like and all that crap.
I agree.
I would have wanted them to just focus on their conflict and not just add in Sandman or Venom.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
the
Sandman
Sand.
would have been. I mean, Sandman was great in the movie. Like, I'll
Yeah,
say that for sure. But it's like, was he really needed though? Like,
I
if I'm
think
being honest, like, was he really needed?
some aspects of him were, and then other aspects weren't. I don't love how they retconned the first movie and made Sandman be the person who killed Uncle Ben. I don't like that. We have already got that arc of he forgave, he got well, not forgave, but like he kind of got over Uncle Ben's death. Now they kind of opened that wound, and Sandman is the cause of it. I don't know. That didn't quite work for the movie, but like everything involving like his daughter and like what he's trying to do, and his daughter is sick, and he's trying to you know get money to pay for her hospital bills and things like that. Like that, I feel like that was heartwarming, and I think that added to the film. But like some of the other stuff just was kind of wonky, written wonky.
They just it didn't feel like there was enough that they used. Like,
Yeah.
let's see. As messy as The Dark Knight Rises is, I do think it's Nolan's most rewatchable. That and The Dark Knight. Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Justin, I see you there. I see you. New Goblin from Spider-Man 3 did have some cringy lines. The amnesia part was really dumb, but I did like his redemption. Okay, that part I actually did admire. Like, I actually did like the redemption at the end, but at the same time, it was like, again, I don't think it was needed.
I think I will disagree. I think the redemption is needed. I don't quite think it was earned. I don't think
That's a better
the
way to put it.
redemption
Like,
was
I don't think it was
earned
earned.
in the movie. You know, they kind of fight. Um, Peter throws a pumpkin bomb in Harry's face. It blows up. Then he wants to go help him. Like, I know there's this whole thing with Bernard where he finds out that he wasn't really the person who killed his dad, and you know, but he like flips and helps Peter like that, and it was just like it didn't
What?
feel
And I,
earned.
and I was just like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, it didn't quite feel earned. So I don't know. Part of
But
me likes the redemption. Another part wishes there was more.
makes sense. Oppenheimer is also Jared's number 3 in the Nolan ranking. In the Nolan ranking,
I think
because I
he's
know it's his
saying
number
no.
3 of the year. Like,
Oh, I
I
think
know
he's
that
saying
for sure.
Nolan
Like, I know
ranking.
that. He didn't quite explain it well.
Yeah, let us know if it's number 3 of the year or number 3 in your Nolan ranking.
I know I know for him it's of the year. Like, I know that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know that for sure. But just in his ranking though, he kind of needs to specify a little bit.
Gotcha.
Hey, Sully says my bad experience as
So,
I went to make. Oh, why do you gotta bring this up again?
unfortunately, the projector was fine the whole way through.
No,
Nice.
I wasn't talking about the theater experience. The movie.
I know he was saying,
Why do you gotta?
unfortunately, the projector was fine because the movie was
That's
terrible.
basically what I felt too.
That's funny. I have
I
not
hate
seen.
it.
I haven't seen either Meg movies, so
The first one's fine. I mean, you can watch the first one, turn your brain off, and have fun. But the second one, it's like nothing happens for any of the shark sequences until like the last 30 minutes.
yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it doesn't
And
get good
the
until the
shark
second half.
sequences weren't even fun,
Yeah.
which is very disappointing.
Would you give it a half star?
Technically speaking, I gave it 0 out of 5. But in regards to my percentage scale, I gave it a 3%, mostly because of Jason Statham.
Gotcha.
Because if you don't know me, man, I love Jason Statham. Like, but it was just with what he was given, just was agonizing for me to watch. Like, I wanted to get up and leave. Like, at least like a few times, I wanted to get up and leave because I was just like, and then there was a point in the movie where I pulled out my phone to check what time it was, and it was like an hour in, and I was like, this isn't over yet. I've already felt like I've been sitting here for 2 hours.
Yeah, I've had movies like that. When I watched New Mutants, it was like I was like that.
I never really feel like that during a movie, but it was with Meg to the Trench. Where I was like, is this be over now? It was the same thing with me for Insidious. I honestly kind of felt the same way. Like, there was times where I was like, can this just be over? Oh, nice.
Actually, both
That's
Nolan
awesome.
and 2023. Nice.
Carlos is in the chat. What's going on? Says, just saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It was epic. That is a great movie.
I loved it.
It's definitely top 10 for me of the year. I don't think it's right up in the top 5, but it's top 10 for sure.
It's my number 1 of the year.
I still think it's an incomplete movie. Like, I really do. Like, I need to see Beyond the Spider-Verse before I can say that that's a complete movie.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I have it at a 4.5 is because I don't feel it's a complete movie.
I understand.
So, and hey, speak of the devil,
Movies
and
and
Trains
Studios. What's going on?
What's going on, my man? So, yeah. So since we were kind of talking about movies of this year, like our favorites and everything, let's go with this kind of question. What were your favorites and least favorite theatrical experiences of the year?
Theatrical.
Like
I'm probably gonna make a video later in the year, or probably like in December, talking about my theater experiences throughout the year. But just a brief insight. Um, some of my favorite, I would say, Across the Spider Verse. Definitely, I really enjoyed seeing that. Although the actual experiences weren't always great. The first time I saw it, there was a disruptive audience member. And then the second time I saw it, the audio was a little off. It was like the music was really high, and then the vocals for the audio for the vocals were low. So like
that's weird.
the music was like overpowering what they were saying. So it was like kind of hard to hear exactly what they were saying. The
That's
second
weird.
time I saw it, and it kind of rectified itself throughout the movie, and like it fluctuated, but for the most part, it was a decent experience. It was just some of the audio I couldn't really hear. Um, yeah, that will be my number one of the year. My least favorite theatrical experience, I would say it's a movie called Fear. I don't know a lot of people that have actually seen that movie or even heard of it. It starred
Me,
Ti. Did you see it in the theater?
I didn't see it in the theater
Oh, okay.
because you're lucky. I did not see that in the theater. I rented
No,
to
you're
watch that
lucky.
film, and it was agonizing.
Yeah, that movie was really bad. I can't believe I actually sat there in the theater and watched that.
You
It,
actually went to the theater and
I
saw that
saw
piece of
I
crap.
saw it in the theater, man. I don't know why I
You're
did
lucky you
that.
didn't. I'll just say this, man. You're lucky you didn't see Blood and Honey in the theater.
I actually don't hate Blood and Honey. I don't hate it. It's not good, but I was watching it. I was like, this movie has potential. This movie has potential to be good. It just was not executed well at all. I don't
But
know.
seriously, though, dude, you got to admit, like, there's so many other creative ideas that they could have used to actually make it a fun, silly slasher film.
I agree. I agree with
Because,
you totally.
seriously, the look of the killers is god awful. Like,
It
they're
is.
hillbillies wearing Winnie the Pooh and Piglet masks.
I agree, but if they went that route, I wish it wasn't taken so seriously in the movie. I feel like the movie had kind of a serious tone, and if
Way
they
too
would have
serious.
leaned into if they would have leaned more into the comedy and like the silly slasher Tucker and Dale versus Evil type vibe, it could
Exactly.
have been fun, but it just
Or
wasn't.
basically somewhat like, like the sequels to Child's Play in some way, where it's like they actually leaned into the comedy.
Right, right. That's
And
what worked
also,
for
here's a
those
couple of
films.
logical problems. Like, there's a lot of logical problems in that one movie. Like, a lot of logical issues.
Okay.
One, the girl that gets her shirt ripped off by Winnie the Pooh and then gets put into the wood chipper, how are her legs still moving human-like? They weren't moving because of the wood chipper. They were actually still moving like actual human legs. And I was just like,
Magic of cinema.
that doesn't make any sense, though.
Movie magic, man. That's all you need to know.
And also, the gore that you can see in the film, because a lot of the gore in the film you cannot see any of it.
Yeah, it was very dark. Very
And
dark.
a lot of the time they also cut away. Like,
Yeah,
the car scene, like where the girl gets her head smashed by a car tire, you don't see the actual like result. Like, which
they
I think
probably
is
didn't
like
have they didn't have the budget to make it look good practically, so they kind of had to do it in the
that's what makes it
shadows.
so bad, is because they had it like less like it was like under $100,000 was the budget for that movie.
Yeah,
That
I believe it.
explains why they couldn't even do like anything creative, fun, or campy with it.
Another good experience I had in the theater was Barbie. I really enjoyed Barbie, and I enjoyed my audience while watching Barbie as well. And another one of my um, not so great experiences in the theater was Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I did not love that movie, which is kind of a hot
Tyler's
take
gonna
because
murder you, dude.
I mean I don't care. It's my truth, man.
That's fine, man. I'm not gonna pull your leg for that, to be honest with you, because I honestly understand.
Yeah, I didn't connect with that movie. I thought that it was
You want
very
to know a movie? Yeah, you
what
actually want to know a movie that some people really, really liked that I could not get into
what
whatsoever because, for one, it was too confusing and also very boring to me. Hypnotic,
Hypnotic. I don't think I've seen that
the
or
Robert
heard of it.
Rodriguez, the new Robert Rodriguez movie with Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, I remember it coming out, but I didn't see it.
Woof,
Yeah,
man, that was so bad.
really.
It was really bad. Like a lot of people really tended to like that movie, and like from what I've heard, and then I was just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Same thing I felt like um with House Party, to be honest with you.
You saw
I
that in the
hated
theater?
House Party. No,
You
I did
see?
not see that in the theater. I My theater did not play it, and I was glad they didn't,
Uh-huh.
because even watching the trailer, I saw right through it. It was just like, okay, they just wanted to do a remake for the sake of doing a remake.
Yeah.
And watching the movie, I was like, yep, I saw right through it. Was not
I
funny to me whatsoever. I did not find it funny at all.
I didn't hate House Party, but another one of my films that I didn't see this in the theater, but another film that I didn't care for this year was Children of the Corn. Movie
I hated that
was
movie.
really bad.
Like, I hated it. Like, again, the budget was not there.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
I think you might know what I'm talking about, the movies and trains. There's some people out there that really do like Hypnotic.
Hypnotic sucked. Movies and Train saw it in the theater?
No, he didn't see it in the theater,
Oh,
thankfully. I
oh
didn't see it in the theater either. Thank God. Um, I mean, yeah, let's try to move on, because I do
okay.
not want to vent my frustrations out so much on Hypnotic. Oh yeah, you want to know? Oh yeah, here's another one that a lot of people tend to like: Insidious: The Red Door.
Oh,
I hated it. I'm sorry, I freaking hated it. I thought it bored me.
I understand. I I wouldn't say that I hated it, um, but I didn't love it. It was kind of like right there in the middle for me.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna rewrite history and be like, this dude likes Insidious. I'm not gonna be like that,
Yeah.
because I love the first Insidious though. Like, I
Oh, you do?
love it.
Oh, okay. See, I like it. It's not it's not my favorite franchise overall, but
Definitely not my favorite. I'll tell you that.
I actually really like the third one. I think that might be my favorite Insidious movie. Chapter 3. I think it's very
Yeah,
underrated. It's very underrated, in my opinion. And it has a like it takes you by surprise in certain areas, and those other movies don't really do that to me.
the first one took me by surprise, but the second one was like the and the third. And the third one honestly went down for me. I don't really care for the third one. I actually did kind of like it, the Last Key enough for what it was.
So you
But
would put The Last Key over 3?
yep, I
Okay.
actually do enjoy the Last Key, but the Red Door, I was just like, okay, this franchise just better be over.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too much, like, too much for me to stomach. Across the Spider Verse is also Jared's number one. Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, oh yeah, I heard that. Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Jared says is okay. Let's see. Hypnotic was okay to him as well. That's fine, man.
Sure.
Okay. He watched. I'm also. I know you all watched this one recently too. Jared also recently watched Asteroid City.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw
he really
that
liked it too.
Sunday, I think. I think I watched it Sunday. Um, it's good. It's a good movie.
He did. I
It
told you
was
it was good.
it was something happens in that movie where my jaws kind of like dropped because I'm like, I did not know that this was that type of movie.
Yeah,
I did
that's a
not
film.
realize.
That's
I,
a,
s-
again,
I
that film
think,
takes you by surprise.
yeah, I
Like,
think you know what I'm talking about when
yeah,
I
I think
say
I know what
that.
you're talking about.
And I
Like,
said, yo, this is not a typical Wes Anderson film as far as story. As far as the story goes,
yeah,
it's
it's a
not.
very unconventional story. Like,
Yeah, like the technical aspects, it looks exactly like a Wes Anderson film. It plays
and the
out
type of
like a Wes
dialogue
Anderson
that they're
film.
using is
Yes,
a lot like a Wes Anderson film,
the
but the
dialogue,
story is
the
not.
dialogue and the delivery is much like a Wes Anderson film. That camera shots, camera angles, color palette, all that, it's all Wes Anderson. But when it comes to the story, something happens in that movie. I was just dumbfounded.
Yeah, it really does take you by surprise.
It did.
Let's
I'm
see.
excited for his other movie that's coming out this year.
Yeah, Josh is in the chat. What's going on? Thank you so
So
much.
Josh,
Oh, the comedy. Okay, I didn't.
you didn't
I thought
care
the
for
movie
the
was like.
comedy?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he's talking about with Asteroid City.
Oh wow. Are
I
you
I
a
thought the comedy was really well delivered. Like,
are you a Wes Anderson fan, Jared? Because I think Wes Anderson, his filmmaking, his comedy, like just his overall vibe is a very acquired taste. It's
yeah,
not
very
for
much so
everybody.
acquired
It's
taste.
not universal. It's not for everyone. So whenever somebody asks me, like if I say, "Oh, I saw Moonrise Kingdom," or I watched
Isle of
Grand
Dogs.
Budapest Isle of Dogs, I watch Isle of Dogs, and they're like, "Oh, how was it?" I go, "It was Wes Anderson. It definitely is Wes
Aren't you just be
Anderson."
like, that movie was something.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. I always say like it was very Wes Anderson. Like when people were asking me how the French Dispatch was, I said it's very Wes Anderson because it is. Wes Anderson is a very acquired taste. So if I say, "Oh yeah, that movie was great. It was really good," you might watch it and be like, "It was not that good." Like, so I would say it's very his style, and pretty much not pretty much every single one of his movies is his style.
very much
and
so. Yeah.
and I can appreciate that about him. About any filmmaker is if they have a style, they stick to it, and also make a variety of genres, variety of movies.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Movies and Train says he's planning on seeing Equalizer 3 on Friday. I'm planning on
Nice.
seeing it this weekend as well. Um, if my theater plays it on Thursday, the 31st, I will go check it out. But if not, I'm going to go see Gran Turismo again with one of my best buddies. And then on
Nice.
that Friday, I will go see Equalizer 3.
I might see Equalizer 3 this weekend.
Because I honestly really like the first two.
Maybe I'll see it next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll see it next Monday or Wednesday. I don't know. Uh, I do plan on seeing it in the theaters though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do too for sure. Because, like, I really like the first two. So. Oh, okay.
True.
But I mean,
Except for
I,
the scene that made me chuckle. I get it.
I
I
mean,
think my wife
I
felt the
especially
same
love
way
this.
when we watched this movie. What were you
I
saying?
honestly really love this. I like the scene. Again, it was between Scarlett Johansson and Jason Schwartzman, and then he's like, um, did I say yes? You didn't say anything. Oh, I meant to say yes. My mouth didn't move.
Yeah. Yeah, like see that's the kind of comedy that is not for everybody, but
Like,
like
that's
it's
definitely Wes Anderson humor.
yeah,
Like,
definitely Wes Anderson humor, the dialogue and the delivery. I think the delivery is even more important than the dialogue itself. So, I don't
because
know.
you
I
already know, like, when it comes to a Wes Anderson film, it's not going to be delivered in like the most obnoxious way.
yeah,
Like
it's
he has his dialogue delivered in like the most subtle way you can think of.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, and it's
very
very
subtle.
very dry humor as well.
and I'm at times sucker for dry humor. So Asteroid City definitely kind of. I mean, when it came to the comedy, it hit my funny bone. So,
Got you.
but yeah, I was showing this to AJ earlier that I went crazy today for Blues Day Tuesday. I got spoiled today.
You did.
So I'll show these off. So I did go to the CD shop that I like to go to buy used movies. I found this one on the clearance rack, Game Night.
I like that movie. It's a good
For
movie.
$3.
Oh, that's a great price for that.
For $3 with a slip cover.
A slip cover. I'm jealous.
Had to grab it. Like, I had to.
Jealous. Have you seen that movie?
I have.
Yeah.
Really funny.
I enjoy that.
Again, from the same guys that made Dungeons and Dragons. So that kind of explains why Dungeons and Dragons was so good, because it's from the same guys that made Game Night.
Yeah, I think Game Night is kind of an underrated comedy. I don't really hear many people. I don't hear many people talking about it.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we were just talking about this a little bit. Equalizer 2. Again, really excited for part 3 this weekend. Again, I prefer the first one, but again, I really like that sequel.
The same way.
Dude, I cannot believe how happy I was when I found this. My favorite romantic comedy of all time. She's All That.
She's All That? How much did you pay for that?
It was $8.
Not bad.
So I had to grab it.
Pretty nice price for that.
And then got a couple of new Blu-ray releases, and then I got a lot of 4Ks also coming up. Yeah. I picked up You Hurt My Feelings from A20. This is a new A24 film.
That's new.
Yep.
I watched half of it, and I enjoyed what I saw, but I have to finish it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite films of the year so far. I absolutely love this movie.
Yeah, I liked what I saw of it.
And if you guys are wondering, like, have I seen Past Lives? Have I seen Talk to Me? I have not. I'll get to them.
Oh, you haven't seen Talk to Me or Past Lives? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw both of those. Those were good.
I need to see Talk to Me. Like, a lot of people are being like, dude, you got to see Talk to Me. And I'm like, okay, I will, but I have to wait.
I think you'd like it. I don't want to hype it up too much because you'll watch it and you'll be like, well, it was okay. So it was good. I think you'd like it though. It's good.
Yep. And then here we go. We got No Hard Feelings.
I really enjoyed that comedy.
This was a good one. Made me laugh out loud in the theater quite a bit.
Yep, same here.
Harrison Steel, dude, these steel books, man. So I got this one at the CD shop as well. I picked up No Hard Feelings and You Hurt My Feelings at Best Buy.
That's funny.
Yeah, You Hurt My Feelings and then
No Hard Feelings.
Call it the feeling duology.
It could be a double feature.
Yeah,
Feelings double feature.
I picked up the comic book steelbook of the Chronicles of Riddick.
Ooh, I like that.
But now all I need to get now is Pitch Black, and then I'm complete with the trilogy. Because I think Riddick is the best of the trilogy in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay.
That's the third one.
Okay. I saw one of the Chronicles of Riddick in the theater. But that was the last time I saw it. So if I watched it today, it'll be like a first time watch. Because that movie came out so long ago.
And I'm trying to get more into anime here, so I did pick up the steelbook of A Silent Voice.
Nice.
Picked this up at Target.
It's a pretty decent movie.
So I still have yet to watch it though. Oh yeah, baby! Can't believe, dude! I can't believe it took me so long to own this. The original steelbook of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, really like that steelbook. I picked it up last year, or maybe last year or the year before. It's nice.
Yeah, I love this steelbook, man.
It is pretty cheap. It's usually pretty cheap too.
I think it was about $10 or something. Like,
oh yeah, I think that's how much I paid for it.
Yeah, so great steelbook, great slasher film. I love this. I love this movie.
My thoughts kind of fluctuate with that movie. I think when I first watched it, I liked it a lot, and then I watched it a second time, and I was like, it's a little overhyped. It's a little slow, and then every watch since it kind of keeps going up and up and up, and now I kind of love it.
Yeah,
So
it's great, man.
so yeah,
And
it kind of
next
yeah.
up, dude, I also found this one at the CD shop, and this was sealed
Okay.
when I found it. $12.
Okay.
The steelbook for Skinamarink.
Wow.
Look at
Wow.
that.
I really do
Look
like
at
that
that.
steel. I really like that poster for that movie. I haven't seen the movie. I heard a lot of mixed things about the movie.
It's very much so creepypasta horror. So
Yeah,
if you're
but
into
I've
that
heard
kind of
that.
thing, then I could see you really enjoying this movie.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I don't know when, but I'll check it out. I think it's streaming on Hulu or something
Yeah,
like
it's on
that.
Hulu now.
Yeah,
But it
so,
was a Shudder exclusive, though.
yeah, yeah. I'll have to check that out soon.
Yeah.
Maybe in October. Maybe I'll watch it in October.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to tell you too much about it because I don't want to spoil it too much.
Okay.
But anyways, another big recent pickup, The Flash.
Okay.
I got the Steelbook.
Best Buy Steelbook.
Because this actually does come with the Blu-ray, so I mean, and I wanted to get the Blu-ray with it.
Yeah, the 4K doesn't come with the Blu-ray, does it? The slip.
No, the 4K slip does not come with
doesn't
the.
come with
The Icon edition at Walmart does,
right?
but just the normal slip, like the
slip.
retail one that you usually get does not have the Blu-ray. But
right,
and also I actually do like this Steelbook. Like, I mean, yes, I know it's plain and simple, but I mean, I like it. And then it got some MCU 4Ks because I'm trying to get all the MCU movies on 4K.
Okay.
So I got Iron Man,
nice.
Iron Man 2,
Nice.
Iron Man 3. So I got all the Iron Mans.
Trilogy.
I also got Captain America: The First Avenger.
You got a slip with that?
Flip.
That is
Yep,
awesome.
I got a slip.
Where did you get that?
I got all these MCU 4Ks. I picked up all of the same CD shop I told you about, where I got Skinamarink and some of the other Blu-rays.
Okay.
That's also where I got my Steelbook for the Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
And I also got Captain America: The Winter Soldier and Ant-Man.
Nice.
So I just need to grab Civil War. And for the Ant-Man films, I'm actually now complete with the Ant-Man trilogy.
Okay.
Because I do got Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I do have Quantumania in the back.
You have both of those on 4K?
Yes, I do. So I grab them. Both with slips.
I like the Ant-Man and the Wasp lenticular. I love that.
And I like the shine that they got for Quantumania. I really like that.
It is embossed.
Yeah, it's embossed, and it's got a nice little gloss to it. So that's impressive.
Shimmery.
Very shimmery. I know what some of y'all are about to say about this because of my opinion on it. But look, I saw it there at Target, and I was like, why not?
TMNT 2014 4K?
Yep. And honestly, I actually really do like this slipcover.
Slipcover, I dig that slipcover a lot. I really like that slipcover.
I actually really do like this slipcover, but the movie itself, I do not like at all.
Oh, you don't?
I really do not like this movie. I mean, even also the second one, Out of the Shadows, I don't like that one at all either.
I heard that movie
but,
isn't that good. I haven't seen Out of the Shadows, but 2014.
But I'm kind of getting on a little bit more of a Ninja Turtles hype train because of Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. Maybe I'll give this film another chance and see how well if it actually fixes up for me on a rewatch. Same thing with Out of the Shadows.
Gotcha.
Oh, one of my favorite old school films, The Maltese Falcon.
I have yet to see Maltese Falcon.
This was $19 at Best Buy, so I had to grab it.
Uh-huh. Nice.
And look at that, dude. I love the slipcover, dude. The freaking
slipcover is nice.
The Warner Brothers 100th anniversary thing right there.
Not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of the 100, but I think I've seen some that are not too bad. Like the one for Barbie, the pink, I really like. That gold, I think that gold that you have works really well for that one
And also, yeah,
because of
because I
the
mean,
color.
especially like with the look and the aesthetic of the Maltese Falcons. So,
I think
and
that
this is a
really
black
works
and
for that
white
slip.
movie, so
Yeah, I think it really works for that slip.
yeah. Let's see. Civil War is coming in for Jared. He's getting the 3D version.
Oh,
So,
nice.
let's see. If I think I missed a couple comments. There you go. I'm trying to, Sully. I am trying to. I mean,
Get
I was
more
not really
into
much of an
anime.
anime guy, but I'm starting to get into it more because I just watched Whisper of the Heart and from Up on Poppy Hill recently.
Yeah, I need to watch more
Those were
Studio
fantastic.
Ghibli.
Like, those were fantastic. And let's see. Skinamarink is more like analog horror rather than creepy pasta-esque. Well, I mean, I kind of figured it. Like, I kind of see it more as creepy pasta in some ways. But I mean, if analog horror or anything like that interests you, then you might like Skinamarink. So, let's see. Warner Brothers is doing the same thing that Paramount is doing on their releases. They are, which I think is kind of weird.
What do you mean?
He's talking about like with the slips coming with the 4K and the digital code only, no Blu-rays.
Got you.
Like
I think Paramount was doing that before Warner Brothers.
yeah, like here's an example, like the Lost City.
Yeah.
Just the 4K, no Blu-ray at all.
Yeah, that's how when I got Scream. That's how it was when I got Scream.
The first one, right?
Yeah. The slip, but the steelbook has both.
At least the reissue does.
Okay.
Because the first pressing of the steelbook did not have it at all.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then. Maybe the slip does have both, and the steelbook only had one. Maybe I had that flipped.
Okay, I'll just say this: if it was $30, I would not have paid for it. Like for TMNT,
$30 isn't a good price for something you don't like.
Look, I'm just saying,
he was saying
30,
he's trying to get into buying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because of Mutant Mayhem.
Even though I love the Ninja Turtles and like I love the Ninja Turtles, and I wanted to try to give that and Out of the Shadows another chance because I love that first film. Like I love that original film, and I really like Secret of the Ooze, and I do like the animated movie called TMNT. But as of now, I don't like the Michael Bay ones, and I absolutely despise TMNT 3.
I heard that one was
really I despise that movie. Tried watching it again before seeing Mutant Mayhem, and I only got halfway through it.
I still need to watch the original. I need to watch the original trilogy, honestly. But
the first one's really good, man. I'm not gonna try to overhype it too much, but it's really good.
I watched the animated TMNT movie. Not Mutant Mayhem, the other one.
The 2007 one.
2007, yeah, and then I watched the 2014 live action one, and I kind of like both of them. I don't love either one of them, but Mutant Mayhem definitely I like more than both of those. But those are
Mutant Mayhem.
Those are the only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies I've seen. So
I love Mutant Mayhem, dude. That movie
is that your favorite of the TMNT franchise?
Absolutely.
Like, okay.
Without question. And I mean, is that even going to be a question at this point? I saw that movie in theaters 3 times. Like,
yeah, you loved it.
And on Sunday originally, I was gonna go see it for a 4th time, but I didn't have time to do so, so I just went home after Gran Turismo. Which, by the way, you guys, don't sleep on that movie.
Gran Turismo is really good.
Do not sleep on that movie, you guys. Go see Gran Turismo.
I agree. Go see it.
Really, really good. Let's see. Analog horror is weird as hell, not my thing. Okay, that's fair enough. If he was giving it a second chance, I would just pull it up on Paramount Plus. But for me, I'm a physical media guy, so if I want to give a film a second chance that I did not like, I'm more than likely I'm gonna buy it. Like a good example, like I didn't really care for Strange World all that much, but I wanted to give it a second shot, so I bought the Blu-ray. I haven't watched it yet for the second time, but I'm still willing. I'm willing to, but it's just
you gotta find the right time.
I have to find the right time for me to actually, like, I need to be so bored to a certain degree where it's like I have nothing else I want to watch, and then I can just pop in Strange World.
Right.
So that's kind of my thing. Secret of the Use is a lot of fun as well. Nostalgia helps a lot, though. I agree. It's really, really silly.
What's the second one?
Yeah, that's the second one. TMNT 2 Secret of the Use. That's the second one.
Gotcha.
Facts. Facts right here.
Yes, it was. It was great.
And last but certainly not least, dude, I was so happy to upgrade this to 4K. I found this at Best Buy for $14 with a slip. You ready? Don't just stare at it. Eat it.
Yeah.
American Psycho.
American Psycho with a slip.
One of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I absolutely adore American Psycho.
Wish I had a slip for that for my 4K, but
dude, when I found it at, I saw there was one without the slip cover, and then I pulled it back, and I saw it behind there. I was like, is that the one with slip cover? And I saw it there, and I was like, I was like, yep, you're coming home with me. Like, I had to grab it. Like,
come here.
Come here. Yeah, I had to grab that 4K for American Psycho. I love that movie so much. Like, it's also, like, if you take that film seriously, here's another thing about that one. If you take that movie seriously upon first viewing, you are absolutely going to hate it. Like I'm serious. Like, if you take that movie seriously on first viewing, you're gonna hate it.
You're talking about Secret of the Use?
No, American Psycho.
Oh.
Because American Psycho is a dark comedy at its core. Like,
it is. It is. I feel like I took it pretty seriously though, and I still enjoyed it a lot. I don't know.
But you can't really take it all that seriously.
It does have like comedic elements to it, very dark comedic elements, but
which I love so much about it. That's what makes the film so genius to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, dude, like, he murders a guy while listening to freaking Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah, that's silly.
That's just genius to me. And then while that corpse is rotting, like, he's just smoking a cigar.
Dark. That's pretty dark stuff.
Again, dark comic genius right here.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt why this is one of my favorite movies. And dude, there's a scene where he runs around naked in a hotel, and he drops a chainsaw like 2 stories up. Like he runs naked in a hotel room, like in a hotel, like across the hallway.
He does.
And I was just like, okay, Patrick Bateman. Love that movie so much. That's got to be a watch along I want to do this Halloween season is for American Psycho. I got to do that one soon.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, because I should have done that one last Halloween season, but we were getting caught up in the actual the Halloween movies. Like, we were getting caught up on those before Halloween ends.
Right.
But then we barely even had time because then we had to watch Hellraiser, we had to watch Videodrome, and then we had to watch Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot that we had to do.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, y'all had quite the watch list.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm looking at what we got coming up, like for watch-alongs, because our next one's going to be Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, because that won the polls. And then
is that next week?
Should be, at least.
Gotcha.
Frisky has not given me like a confirmed date yet.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, we're just gonna, before October, we're gonna at least do a couple more of like ones that I pick. Like the one that we're gonna do after Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is gonna be Asteroid City.
Okay.
So
Asteroid City watch along.
Yeah, that's actually gonna be a lot of fun. Like, I'm calling it. That's gonna be fun. And for that one, I definitely want to get a packed house for that one. Like,
okay.
I definitely want to try too. Like, same thing as I did with the Super Mario Brothers movie. I had a packed house for that stream. And that is still one of my highest viewed watch-alongs. So, thank you guys so much for your support on that video. I had a ton of fun making that one. And again, for October, like this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do one film per week, and we're gonna have me and my 3 co-hosts pick one each week.
Gotcha.
So say like the first week that Fritsky picks one, the next week then Train picks one. Third week I pick one, and then last week Jared picks one. It'll still be around the same time that we're doing our 31 on 31, but it's like we're still gonna like get that stuff done. Because I know one film I'm definitely gonna do for the Halloween watch-alongs. Daybreakers.
Oh, and you got a slip for that. I like that slip.
And surprisingly, I got this from Amazon, and they gave me a slipcover.
Wow.
That was surprising for me when I ordered the 4K. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. I just looked down for a second, and I saw one of the movies in my collection. I was like, I can't believe I bought this.
What's that?
The ultimate so bad it's good film of 2023. Knights of the Zodiac.
So bad it's good?
This movie is so bad it's hilarious. Like,
really?
It was so freaking terrible, but it was like I kind of loved it for that.
Did you see that in the theater?
No, I rented that, and then after I watched it and saw how hilariously horrible it was, I was like, I have to own it. Like,
nice.
Even if it's like a guilty pleasure, even if I know the film is bad, but I love it anyway, I'm obviously gonna own it.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I own bad movies for sure, but I mean, what kind of collection would you have if it was just all good movies? Like, you got to have some bad movies in there for the heck of it, you know?
Sure.
Like, you get the point.
I get it. No, I get it. There's a few bad movies that I have in my collection, and I plan on buying. I want to buy Catwoman because that movie is awful, but
I'm definitely not buying Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I'll tell you that.
No, there's a difference.
I saw that at Best Buy today. And also, the last time I went to Best Buy, I saw that there, and I was like,
yeah, I need Catwoman on Blu-ray. I know Jeepers Creepers Reborn is like bad and not an enjoyable way, so I probably won't get that.
They filmed the movie entirely in front of a green screen.
Oh yeah, see.
But I will say this though, even though despite how much I despise it, I will own Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
I mean, I have the remake, and I also have two of the Mortal Kombat Legends movies.
I do like the remake a lot. I like the remake.
The remake was so good.
Yeah, I like the remake.
That third act between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Oh yeah, dude. That shit means business.
It's good.
It's so good.
A lot of people like to hate on that movie,
and I don't get why. A lot of people like to hate on Super Mario Brothers.
I know.
Someone I follow on Letterboxd said, some person I follow on Letterboxd had that as his worst film of the year before he saw The Flash.
No,
I don't get that at all, man. I don't get it.
I like The Flash as well, so I can't relate.
I mean, hold on a second. Hello? I like this movie too.
Yeah, I dug it. So, hey.
Yeah, man. I mean, it took me a while to really come around to it, to actually really, really dig The Flash. But no secret, though, that the CGI is horrible.
CGI is bad. It's really bad. It is.
I know some people are saying like it's like really, really bad. I think it's some of the worst CGI I've ever seen. Like,
yeah,
it's that bad. I mean, compared to like normal comic book movies now, it's like there should be no excuse for this.
Right.
And dude, the budget for this freaking thing was $300 million.
Yeah, what did your money go towards?
Compare this, like, look at this though. In regards to the effects, Blue Beetle's budget was $120 million. The Flash was $300 million.
Blue Beetle.
This one
worked.
The special effects in Blue Beetle were much better.
Yeah.
And then Annie Muschietti just comes out and says, "Oh, the bad CGI for the Flash was intentional." Hello?
I believe it was. It just didn't work. It looked bad. I believe that it was intentional, but it just didn't look good.
They gotta hire better VFX artists for that kind of movie. It's like, dude.
I think the point of wherever it was, I don't know if it was the where does he go? It's like, it's not Flashpoint. I can't remember what it's called. The Speed Force. Like the Speed Force Arena or whatever it is, that CGI was number one, it wasn't good, but I feel like it was intentionally supposed to look like that. But
at the same time, though, it's really inexcusable to me.
It's inexcusable because it didn't look good at all. And I don't understand how this passed. Like, it didn't get screened, like, by your executives. And, like, they didn't tell you, yo, this looks bad.
It's crazy me saying this, though. I think some of the CGI in Morbius looks better than The Flash.
I agree.
It's crazy me saying that because I fucking hate Morbius. Like,
yeah, Morbius.
I hate that movie so much. It's crazy me saying that some of the CGI in that pile of garbage looks better than The Flash.
Right.
But as a movie, though, The Flash is a gazillion times better than Morbius.
And I agree to that as well.
And people, it's not Morbin time. Stop with that shit.
Morbin time. It's Morbin time.
Jesus Christ. You guys really just do this to me. But, yeah, we're just looking at the time. We're kind of on a little bit of a time crunch you kind of told me about. So I think we'll go ahead and call it for tonight. And there's nobody else really in the chat. So thank you guys so much for coming in here tonight and joining us for this really fun little stream. Thank you so much, AJ, for being here, man. I really had a blast chatting with you again.
For sure. It's always fun. Yeah.
And again, prepare to see AJ a lot more on this channel at some point, man.
Yep.
You definitely will be back. So
I will.
Where can they find you, man? Let everybody know that.
You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Serialized, Letterboxd, AJREACTS2, how it's spelt right down here. AJREACTS2, all one word. You can find me there, and I post every movie that I watch, and I post every show that I watch as well on Letterboxd and Serialized. So check me out.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, Luke, for having me on, man. This is a fun time.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. And again, his link is in the description below, so go check him out. Subscribe to me as well. Hit that thumbs up. Tap on that bell because that'll help you guys stay in the loop for our videos. So yeah, guys. Hopefully review this weekend for Equalizer 3. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, so we'll see. Blu-ray haul video coming up here for the month of August. Again, fucking A, dude. I got spoiled. So
man.
I definitely got spoiled. So you'll see all of that pretty soon. But guys, we're gonna head out for tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, thank you, AJ, also for being here. It was a total blast. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.